What's going on, Blessed Gang? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you guys are watching this video. If you are watching this video, obviously you're curious about how to clear up your acne. I'm going to tell you what helped me, okay? So I'm going to jump into a little bit of story time. I had dealt with some acne in the year 2019. I had already had problem skin overall in general, but in that time period it had gotten really bad. And when I say really bad, I mean like really bad. My acne had gotten so severe that I became insecure in the aspect of thinking twice about doing this or taking pictures or looking in the mirror. Your face is the first thing people see. So when people have acne, they do feel some type of insecurity. It wasn't like, oh, I thought that I wasn't beautiful, because I know that I'm beyond just my physical form and that there was more to me. After trying so many different things, I had went to a dermatologist once and for all. There, the dermatologist recommended to me a medication called Accutane. With Accutane, it is a very, very strong acne medication, and it's the only one out there on the market that is known to permanently decrease acne or to completely diminish acne. My results personally, I have had my acne go from 10 to like a 1, if I had to say. I get minor breakouts still at this point, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I am pregnant and that I might have some excess hair products maybe running into my skin or something like that. Otherwise, I am very satisfied. It's a really serious medication to be on. So before starting that medication, you will have to talk to the dermatologist about certain things. They'll go through your medical history, because if you have any medical history, family related as well, that has anything to do with liver disease, then it may not be the best medication for you. And there's maybe other diseases that will cause other issues as well. I personally have diabetes, and there was no issue with that. Another thing is, ladies, if you choose to do this medication, they are really strict on making sure that you do not, I repeat, do not get pregnant on this medication. If you was to get pregnant on this medication, you will not have a successful outcome. So it is very serious. Your fetus will either come out, if you was to know that you were pregnant in mid and then stop the medication, the baby will come out, and shortly after being delivered, it will not survive. It will also come out with a lot of deformities that you can see on the package when you get them, dealing with the eyes, the ears, really crazy things like he'll has eyes type of thing. So it's very important to not get pregnant on this medication. So because of that, you have to enroll in an I Pledge program. You are pledging to not get pregnant during your treatment of Accutane. Accutane is a general 6-month medication treatment, and you cannot get pregnant. You just cannot. So they are wanting for you to be on 2 different contraceptives, and it's okay for one of them to be condoms. So every time that I had to do my questionnaire, because before you get your medication each month, you will have to do a questionnaire. It will include questions about your contraceptives. So I chose condoms, and I also chose a birth control. Accutane is a medication that will tackle all 4 different common causes of acne, dealing with your skin, your oily pores, your hormones, all of that. And that is one thing that other medications or topical creams does not do. Aside from all of that, I want to quickly discuss what Accutane is as well. Accutane is a medication that I didn't want to get to making things up, y'all. So I went on and looked it up and was reading a few things that I had um, found online. And I wanted to make sure I retained all the information that was important or that I felt that was important as well. So you'll be receiving plenty of the vitamin A, which can cause liver problems. So while being on Accutane, you probably don't want to drink. So those are the two things you want to watch out for: not getting pregnant and do not drink. I'm also going to read a few of the side effects, and it can sound a bit scary at times. I'm going to read this. You can experience bleeding gums, a lack of appetite, heartburn, stomach pain, bowel pain, dark urine, nausea, vomiting. I just wanted to add that a lot of these side effects are present due to this medication drying out a lot of the body's organs, and so your skin being one of the biggest organ. A lot of acne is due to the skin being super oily. So with it drying out, trying to attack the acne and drying out the skin, it's also drying out everything else. So that's why you want to stay hydrated, because it will result in dehydration and a lot of other side effects as well. Unclogged pores, sensitivity to sun, dry skin, birth defects, pressure on the brain, mental health issues, internal damage, buildup in blood, stomach ache, breathing problems, mood changes, thinning hair, crusty lips. I mean, and the list goes on and on and on. So the drug is a vitamin A derivative retinoid. So your body reacts to it in a similar way that it does to vitamin A. Because vitamin A can build up in your tissues, it can quickly become a problem. You shouldn't take any vitamin A supplements while you're on the Accutane. And this is all coming from Healthline that I found on Google. And so it comes with a lot of side effects. I mean, that's just that. If your dermatologist recommend that to you, it is your decision completely and fully to choose whether or not you want to try this medication or not. And I'll discuss what I experienced. My first 2 to 3 months, I did not have any side effects of this medication working. There was no, my skin was kind of, for the most part, not really clearing up quite yet. By the time I went to the third month of taking this medication, I felt that my acne was clearing up a bit. They were less pimples. By the fourth month, there was definitely a clear sign of less pimples, but there was still my dark marks. And from month 4 on down to 6, it was just a pimple here, maybe around my cycle, and it wasn't anything knot type bumps, and they were pussy all the time. I mean, it was horrible. And I was getting them all over, as you can see. Halfway through my treatment, I did then seen that, okay, this is really working. Some side effects that I did have while taking the medication, though, I don't remember any achy bones or joints. That's something else that they tell you that you will experience. But I did have an extreme sensitivity to the sun, which when you're taking this medication, it is stripping your body of all of that epidermis. That is your outer skin layer, protective layer. It is stripping it. I'm black, but I definitely had to use sunscreen. You should anyways. I know we don't think that we need to, but it is also healthy for us to protect our melanin, and we need to do the sunscreen as well. But that year I definitely wore sunscreen. I'm also natural, so I definitely bought me a hat that was like a sun hat, really big, and I ordered off of Amazon, and there was a cutout up top so that whenever I did my puff, I could wear my puff and then be protected from the sun. I did experience like my skin would tear so easily. I mean, it was so easy for me to get a scratch, for the skin to rub off. And that's something that you have to be aware of, because it is really making that outer layer super thin. Another thing you want to make sure that you're cautious of is keeping yourself lubricated, your skin moist, and especially your lips. I did not experience that, but that was because I took extra care of my lips while being on Accutane. I did not want crusty lips. If I don't want my face looking a hot mess, I don't want my lips is attached to my face. I don't want them looking a hot mess either. I made sure that I had Aqua4 with me. I will exfoliate, make sure that the extra skin was taken care of, and then I will put some Aqua4 on there. I did see a change in my skin as well. It was lighter, and my lips were pinker, and so I mean it definitely affects the skin drastically. A negative thing that I was like, wow. Though I said I didn't have any joint pains, I did sleep one night wrong on my neck, and I had a crook in my neck, and I'm thinking, okay, you know, this will be fine. Give it 3 days and it's gone. But there was no way that it was gone in that time period. I actually had to suffer for 4 months because the whole time I was on the Accutane, it was a crook in my neck the whole time after I slept wrong that night. And I did do something called reiki, which is energy healing, and it also is good for your physical healing process as well, and it helps with you physically as much as it does spiritually. And when I did that did help me for a few weeks. However, still putting that medication into my system, it did go back to having a really stiff neck until I was completely off the Accutane. If you have any other questions as far as what Reiki is, don't hesitate to check out my video. I'll drop that down in the comments below, and you can check out what Reiki is. If you're dealing with any type of physical pain or spiritual pain, that's your video. They say that people can tend to have nosebleeds. I did not have to worry about any nosebleeds. My scalp was not excessively dry. They say that your hair can thin out. I did not experience that. And then as far as mental illness, when they say that, the doctor said that there has been some reports of people having that. However, there is no direct evidence that that is related to the Accutane. However, people have reported that. Accutane does not affect your fertility. I am a witness to that. I am currently pregnant, and I can attest to you that that is not a worry. So if you can get pregnant before, you should still be able to get pregnant after. I think that is the gist. You want to stay away from alcohol. You don't want to get pregnant on that medication. Oh, so nausea. The nausea can happen due to that medication being so strong. It's not a good idea to take it on an empty stomach. You want to take it with a nice fatty meal if possible. You don't want to take it late at night, because through that time that you are not eating, you will wake up in the morning nauseous. I definitely experienced the nausea from the Accutane. It's something that you want to discuss with your doctor. You want to ensure that there is no complications for you, because everyone is different. And if there is any problems, you probably want to stay away from it. You have to weigh out your pros and your cons to doing this medication and taking this medication. If it's a risk that you want to take, go for it. Because I know what it's like, but just because I was able to do it and tolerate the medication well does not mean that you will. However, it does come with a lot of side effects that could scare you away. With this medication, 80% of people have seen an improvement to their acne. And this is for people who have severe acne that can't find any solution. You've tried the antibiotics, you've tried the topical creams, you've tried the Proactive, you've done it all. Nothing is working. So it's a good idea. I did it. you know, so I recommend it. I have breakouts here and there, but nothing compared to what I was dealing with before. So I'm extremely satisfied with my results. And if you are interested in the medication, definitely ask your dermatologist about it. See if your insurance is cover it. If you guys have any other questions, make sure you drop them in the comments below. Do not hesitate to ask me. And if you're not part of Blessed Gang, what is you doing with your life? What is you doing? Hit that subscribe button and join the team. All right, you guys, I hope your life is filled with more blessings and less stressing. And I'll see you later.